So first we're going to remove our 5 19mm lug nuts. Take off the wheel. Now with the wheels off, we're just going to disconnect this clamp right here, and then another one right here. And that's just to give our ABS wire a little bit of slack, because what we're going to do next is we're going to remove this 21mm nut. All right, take that nut and just put it back on, just a couple threads. Now we're going to take our little hammer and give the knuckle a bonk. Make sure you have plenty of slack with your ABS cable and it's out of the way. That broke free. We can continue. So you've got a little hose that comes to the back side. Remove that. Lift up your clamps here. Nice. Okay, this right here, 8mm or a flathead screwdriver. We're going to loosen this up. Grab this cover, get that out of the way. You're going to grab this unit, lift it straight up. It should want to pop right up. There we are. And if you need to replace your air filter, now's the time. So you're going to use a tool that looks like this, or a pry bar, or even, I guess, a screwdriver. Carefully do this. That'll make it so we can get this out of the way. All right, so we have our bolt located right down here. You can see it clearly. It's supposed to have a little tab that's going to lock in up against the body here. This one's broken, so I'm just going to use some locking pliers. We're going to clip onto this, and then we're going to remove our nut over on this side. So now we're going to use our 18mm wrench, and we're going to loosen this nut. There it is. Get our locking pliers off of there. And get this right out of there. Perfect. All right, so we've got our 18mm swivel and extension, and I'm using my air gun. Let's see if I can get it down in there. Let's see if we can get this to turn. It's bringing up that little clip. That's great. Grab that bolt, put it down on the ground. We'll get it later. You're going to use your pry bar. Just move this around. Should want to come out for you. There it is. Okay, we have our TRQ control arm. Bring it over, slide it into the slots. I have one of my bolts. I'm going to come under here. I'm going to try to put it through this hole, through the control arm, through the other hole. Get it so I feel like it's pretty close to lined up. My arm up in there. You're going to have to imagine me doing this part. Ooh. That one right through. We're going to do the same to the other side. Perfect. So we're going to use our pry bar, lift up the control arm, and just put this through here. So it holds the control arm not completely parallel to the ground, but just at a little bit of an angle, but definitely not hanging completely down. All right, so we've got one of our nuts here. We're going to come right down in here. And we're going to tighten this right up. We're just going to bottom this out. We'll do the same to the other one. So let's grab this and just carefully pull it out of the way. We're going to torque that down. All right, so let's torque this down to 90 foot-pounds with our 18mm socket. So now we'll just do the same to the other bolt. Let's put this back in. Slide this back on. All right, so we have our air filter box. Just slide it under here. And make sure your little tabs line up with the corresponding holes. Bring it down. We're going to line this up. These two should hang out together. Once you find the holes with the prongs, it should slide right in. Okay, so now that we've got this in here, you want to make sure that you find your hoses. You've got this one. That needs to go on the back side of the box right here. Okay. Slide this over. Put this in so it matches up right there. Take this hose, slide it on. At this point, you're going to take the box, you can connect it in on the back side, and then the front side should sit right in there. Let's snug this up. Use your 8mm or your flathead screwdriver and tighten this up. Okay, grab your upper ball joint nut, lift up on the control arm, let it down. We're going to lift up again, put the ball joint through the knuckle, pull it down, and start your ball joint nut. Okay, so we're going to take our 21mm socket with an extension and a swivel and tighten this up. Now we'll make sure we torque it to manufacturer's specifications. All right, let's torque this to 30 foot-pounds. Perfect. So we have our ABS wire. Make sure that you re-secure that. Perfect. All right, so let's remove this lug nut. Get the wheel up on here. Let's bottom these out. All right, so let's go ahead and torque down these lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds. Perfect.